This is Smallzy Surgery.
I'm a sucker for you. Yeah. Say the word and I'll go anywhere blindly. I'm a sucker for you.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's the Jonas Brothers.
They're three of the world's most famous brothers.
What a man gotta do. What a man gotta do.
We're co-hosting with Smallzy, live from New York. We're taking over the show.
Well, it's been a long time. Jonas
hello.
Brothers, hello to you.
Do we know
Good to see
exactly
you.
how long it's been?
Well, you and I only like a year. Remember, you were filming some show in downtown LA last year, and I
Oh,
saw
yeah.
you in your trailer.
With
I don't know what that
Becky
was.
G.
But then you
Yeah.
two, that was great. It was
was
good
fun.
to see you again.
Early last
you
year.
two, it's been so
Album
long.
release of Happiness Begins.
Of 2019.
Yeah.
Times that
Far too long.
Far too long. Too long. And here we are, album release.
Here we
of
are.
the album for the week of. How are we feeling? The countdown is on to the record arrives.
Feeling amazing. I mean, it's been a crazy couple weeks,
Yeah.
months of kind of promo and shows and just running around. So I think we're all eager to just get it out.
Okay.
And then have a little downtime before the tour starts.
Yeah.
And then get out on the road, and it's going to be good.
And I have to say, congratulations, you're a dad. Oh, you weren't a dad the last time I
am. saw
you.
Thank you.
The Jonas Dads.
Jonas
or should it be
Dads.
daddies? What are you, dads or daddies?
Leave that for the viewers, I guess.
Yeah, it would be weird to give yourself your own name. No, daddies. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make the room uncomfortable.
Sounds great.
Yeah, yeah. Tell me about the record, Kevin. What the fans are about to get it on Friday? Where does it sound? Tell me everything I need to know.
Definitely has a lot of inspiration from the music we loved growing up. You
Yeah.
know, from the 70s, from the Eagles to the Jackson 5 to the Bee Gees, like tons of our inspiration from the things our dad introduced us to. But we worked with John Bellion on this entire project, and he's incredibly talented. And
He's a genius.
Yes, he
He
is.
told me a story once about how he wanted to make an album for him that was like Disney World, and I was just like, he was so in depth in explaining it, and I was like, you are a genius. I don't understand your geniusness, but you are a creative
I
genius.
see it. I know it when I see it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, he definitely is.
We were so eager to work with him. You know, he's had an incredible couple years. Obviously, he's an amazing artist in his own right, but producing, writing for other people. And after a while, you know, we finally linked up and first just hung out and got to spend some time talking about what we wanted to do. And it turns out that we were all aligned in kind of our thinking on what the next project should be. And so the process for recording and writing and getting this album together was really started about a year ago, exactly this time. And it's just crazy to look up, and we're here now. And
Nice.
can't wait for people to hear it all.
Joe, Waffle House, first song from the record. We don't have it in Australia. We don't have a Waffle House. So can
I thought you meant the song. I was like,
No,
oh,
no,
we got to
definitely
change
have the
that.
song. No, that would be an issue if we didn't have the song. No, we don't have a Waffle House though.
Yeah, right.
So we got a cultural disconnect. Tell
Yeah.
me, what's at a Waffle House?
Sure.
What
You have-
should I go to one
Australia
while I'm here?
has very like a lot of similar
Establishments?
Yes, like
yeah.
all day breakfast.
Sure, yeah.
So you can think of a lot of things.
Yeah.
Actually, there's an amazing pancake house right by this opera house that
There
it's
is
still there, right?
That's still there. Yeah, yeah.
What is
yeah.
it? It's there's a
Pancakes on the Rocks.
that's one.
Yeah.
That's open really late on weekends too.
24 hours.
24 hours. So
Yeah.
this is a perfect example. Think of your pancake houses throughout Australia or a place like that. For us growing up, we never really had a fake ID or an ID to go out with our mates and have a pint after a gig. You know, that's
Okay.
what everybody would do. We're wide awake. For those who aren't performers or musicians, think of it like athletes. Like, there's no way they're going to bed right after a game. For us, we were never going to go just right to the bunks and go to sleep. We're like energized, and we're like in the middle of nowhere in America, and the only thing open late was a Waffle House. And
Okay.
so there was other places that, you know, down the road, there was TGI Fridays and things like that later on, but we would have deep conversations, laughs, cries, and it became like Sunday dinner, but almost every day on the road. And so in Australia, I've had a couple one too many pints and found myself at a pancake house
Yeah.
on the rocks.
And this is where you as the brothers would go after shows.
Yeah, exactly.
And then did you write any said songs in a Waffle House, or is this a song about reflecting on the good old day? Because you couldn't go to a Waffle House now.
I mean, I love the Waffle House.
No, I'm sure you do.
We would love to, but I
you
think
don't have the ability. You're too famous.
I went to one recently.
It was pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was great.
Still go.
But it's less about the place, right? It's
Okay.
more about the emotion of finding that one place for somebody, no matter where it is, that means something to you, to have deep conversations, like it says in the song, or
Yeah.
work something out, or you fight as family. It's like everyone's got their spot. It could be your local bench in your park that you love. You never know.
Nice. You're about to go on tour here in the US, right?
Yeah.
I was going to ask about Australia, but I feel like, I'm like a scorned lover. I've asked when you're coming, and you've told me you were, and then you just never showed up for years on end.
COVID hit.
Yeah,
which
look, yeah, sure. it did.
complicated our ability to come a little bit.
It really.
And you guys really didn't want anybody to come.
Yeah,
You said no.
No, we really didn't want
So
anyone to come.
this is really, not our fault.
No, it's not.
But listen, we've been dying to come to Australia for a long time. I think we've sounded like a broken record. The number of times that we've said those exact words, but we love it. And I've been solo front, which is super fun and had the best time. But the fact that we've never gone there and played a show is it's long overdue. So we're figuring that out now.
Yeah, nice.
unacceptable.
Well, because you Kevin, you came, and I think, well, actually, I've got to say, a lot to unpack, because as the three of you, the last time we saw each other was 2019, but it was before the documentary came out.
And we were all. That's where I came to surprise the guys.
Yeah, and
My
you
first time
slipped
there.
in. You slipped into Australia. What was your
great.
thoughts? Did you love it?
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, what's not to love?
Yep.
It's an amazing city. The food, the people, just everything is pristine. It's
Yeah,
incredible.
nice. Tell me about the tour, because I think what you're doing here, at least in the US, is like a bit of like a chronological history, sort of like all of the records, right?
Yeah, five albums, one night.
Yeah.
It's a lot of music to play in
Yeah.
one show, but we're gonna get through it.
What's the runtime?
We're working that out still.
We're gonna actually spoke. I was on the phone yesterday with Ryan Tedder, and he's like, settle something for me. He's like, you guys are doing 5 albums in one night, and I'm like, yeah. He's like, how are you doing this? And I was like, it's gonna be a 5-hour long show.
Yeah, great.
Now we're gonna there's probably gonna be some medleys. There's gonna probably be some fun to be had where we can mess with some of the arrangements of the previous albums. We haven't got into rehearsals just yet because we still have quite a while. We have about 3 months to figure that out.
Yeah.
And it's a overwhelming but exciting undertaking.
Yeah, nice. Do any of you have something you want to do on the show? Like, I can't sing. This probably shocks you to learn that chestnut. But if I could sing and I was a recording artist, I would like confetti explosions or flames or like maybe a turntable.
We definitely have been working really hard on the production side of like what the stage is going to look like. It's going to be really cool.
And I have
don't
no
wanna
idea
give-
why
I
I
don't wanna
want
say
those
too
things,
much.
just so you know. I have no idea why I
Confetti's
want them.
epic. It always creates a huge moment in the show.
Yeah.
And if you really think about it, you break it down. It's just little strips of colored paper.
Yeah. But what I think
But
is fun
effective.
is
But it's
you
amazing.
can use it in different ways.
Yeah.
Maybe a little soft fan through the acoustic set. Maybe a big CO2 rocket at the end of something. I don't know.
We like the pyro, the fireworks.
Yeah,
Those are amazing.
okay.
I want a really big inflatable piece of cake for Cake by the Ocean.
I think that would be great.
I haven't pitched that out to these guys.
It's a great
yet.
idea.
I like it. Let's do
But
it.
I like massive.
You
Yeah,
mean like
okay.
inflates from the stage?
I want it to almost take over the entire stage where there's no room for anyone else.
I think he just doesn't want us on stage.
No,
while
he,
sings the song.
he loves
Message
you.
heard.
He
Yeah.
loves you. Boys, I couldn't come all the way from Australia without a little gift. Would you like a gift?
If
Bring
they're-
on the
please.
gifts.
Do you
If they're-
reckon you know-
Marmite.
If they're Tim Tams, I'm gonna be very happy.
Yeah, well, I would not bring Marmite, number one. It'd be Vegemite. But it would be Tim Tams.
Oh,
Hey.
look at us. We're
Do you know, I was getting on the plane.
Do you have a deal with them at this
No,
point?
no. This
You
is just,
should.
you can't be Australian without actually loving the Tim Tams. No, I was getting on the plane
so
in
excited.
Sydney and I was like, oh, I should take them a gift.
That's so nice. You know,
And Tim Tams were it. Do you
I
know how
remember
much
when when I was there. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, do you know how ridiculously, outrageously expensive they are at the airport? You can go to the supermarket, they're like $2. $10 a packet. They see you at the airport.
They got you.
They got me.
May I have one of your packaging?
Worth it.
Well, I'm gonna save mine for later. I'll give you one later.
Oh,
This is
yeah, right. I can see the riffs.
effed up.
Yeah.
But I will say, I remember when I was in Australia and there was controversy all over the news around the like the sweepstakes thing.
Oh yes.
And
Yeah.
then like you didn't really end up winning that much, right? Or
No,
something.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let us not talk about that. It's a sad time for the Tim Tam era.
But I'm still a fan.
Oh, who isn't a
They're
fan?
really good frozen.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
they're good.
Yeah,
Put them
right.
in the freezer. They're just outrageous. Not that this isn't.
I'm glad you like the original because you know
This is now
we've
Tim
gone
Tam
crazy with the
ASMR.
flavors back home, and
What's the craziest?
well, you know
I tried like a confetti one.
that's the sort of business, and nothing beats the original. Nothing beats the original.
It's great.
I was going to say last question,
Comfort
because you all you're on the about to go on the road together, but you all live in separate parts of the country. I think we talked about this last time, Joe. Was like because you're in Florida now, right?
Yeah, so the government came to us early on and said, we'd like the Jonas Brothers to spread out
Yeah,
across our country.
Cover a lot of ground.
To really represent America.
sure.
As much as we can.
It is bizarre that this happened that way, but we kind of like migrated with our friends.
Yeah.
We also, you know, I think there's a misconception that we live together or we live in a
Oh, in my
cul-de-sac.
head, you all live in the same house. In
Yeah.
my head, you all live in the
It's
same
not
house,
like,
and you eat
yeah.
every meal together.
Exactly.
Is that not true?
Well, we do have we travel with a set of bunk beds, and we build them ourselves.
One hotel room saves a lot of money.
Oh, of course.
We all share
One bus.
one order of McDonald's chicken nuggets. Yeah. So we kind of like moved with friends and family, and also we spend a ton of time together, as you can imagine. So we try to get as far away from each other as possible.
No,
when
but
it's-
that was the point to my question was that you all sort of live in separate cities, but it must be nice when you do have the ability to come together and work and catch up, like on the long distance, right?
It is nice. You know, there are times where we'll go a couple months without really. Well, we typically see each other within that, but there are times where Nick's traveling for movies.
Yeah.
And, you know, his family's doing the same with Joe, and I'm at home with the kids, and there are times where weeks go by and we come back together, and it's great.
It's kind of gonna happen that way on, I guess, almost on Monday. We go, our tours now out there for people to be able to start getting tickets. Our album comes out, and then we all get on planes and go their separate ways. So it's gonna definitely feel like that day after summer camp where you get home and you still hang out with your friends. You're like calling them, like, "Hey, do you want to go play baseball?
Yeah.
Do you miss me?"
Here's a photo we took. Remember this? Remember this? Remember
so
this?
fun.
Remember this? Where are you going to be Friday night when the record drops?
Friday night, we're throwing a little party actually.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Soiree.
Invite only, or is it for?
Oh, you should come.
Yeah. No, I won't be here. I'll have already left, but I would have come.
Okay,
should have come.
Well, I'll bring
Yeah.
these with me.
Yeah, take those.
I'll tap my.
We'll do a little party, and then we will, on Saturday morning, kind of start our little summer vacation.
Oh, nice.
Until we're back out on the road.
Well, I appreciate the time. I look forward to the day that Australia is blessed. All three.
We
It's
can't
gonna
wait.
happen.
No,
We
I
actually,
actually
we have
know-
the dates.
Yeah, great. Oh, exciting.
We just can't say it yet.
No, okay,
We
don't
have
say
the
anything, but they have the dates. Always a pleasure to see you all. Thanks so
Lovely
much
to
for
see
the
you
chat.
guys.
Appreciate it.
See you soon.
Thank you.
Smallsy Surgery.
Is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.